I'll tell you a quick Earnhardt story here when it comes to that race. And not only an Earnhardt story, but a story about all of us, because we went to Atlanta, and if the exact opposite had happened, in other words, if we'd had a problem and Darrell had won that race, we'd have come out of that place pretty much tied in points. But anyway, we're in there, and we've all got our sunglasses and everything on. We're all watching the race, right? And then all of a sudden, standing there in pit road, here comes Darrell, and the smoke's coming out behind it, and all of a sudden, nobody has to say anything, nobody does anything, but you can see and you can tell that we know, right, that we've just won that championship. And you see everybody kind of pulling their glasses down, and maybe a tear or two, but the race is still going on. And Richard comes on the radio and he says, Dale, Darrell just blew up. Earnhardt said, don't tell me that stuff. He went, no, he said, he said, Hammond's already come up here and congratulated us. And he went, the only reason he come up here is just so he could be on TV. Right. but we
surely not.
Now remember, we still had to go.
Chase it, you know.
We still had to go to Riverside and run that race, start that race. And I remember going out there, all of us loaded up, had a big Lincoln rented and loading up, going around. All of us, we stopped somewhere, got big cigars for everybody. We had a ball, but I don't think anybody in the crowd other than Richard had ever been to New York. I mean, when we went to New York, it was unbelievable.
They let us in that place. Yeah. You know, like, we're going to get bounced from here. I know it.
I think it was always more a relief than anything was to win it. You're so wound up that when it's over, it's like you're just kind of in shock. You're awful excited, but on to the next one.
To kind of have it in hand early.
Yep.
But there's some calculated things that could happen to knock you out of it. But to be there and like, this is ours. Damn it.
Yeah.
Please don't let it, this 1 in 100 thing happen. So then when all the tumblers go and it's clinched, and we had them clinched before the last race several times.
Once it rocked.
Yeah, that's a feeling right there.
So I'll let you know how close it was to who was going to win the championship. A lot of people have never heard this story. So we go to New York. They give Kurt and Richard and Dale their belt buckle. We hadn't got ours yet, right? But that is our trophy, right? That belt buckle. And by the way, this is at a time when people were wearing that big belt buckle.
They weren't sure what we were going to do.
And anyway,
we were junkyard dogs, man.
So we get to Daytona, and I remember being in Daytona, and the guy from Winston, could have been any of those guys, I don't remember exactly which one, was Double D or whoever it was, comes around the corner and he's got a box in his hand. He goes, Chocolate, your belt buckles are here. I'm going, dude, here I'm in Daytona. I'm going to get my belt buckle. This is going to be the greatest day of my life, right? So he digs through that box, right? You got your name on the box, right? He digs through that box, and there's my belt buckle. And I pull it out and I look at it and I go, man, this is. And I went, dude, have you looked at these? And he went, there's nothing wrong with them, is it? And that belt buckle, Danny Myers, Winston Cup champion, and engraved on that belt buckle is a Budweiser number 11 car on every one of them. Every one of them. So you know who they thought was going to win the championship. They got a big surprise.
Do you still have
That's
that?
part of the
No,
they took them back.
They took them back.
Besides all the competition and all everything, part of the fun of winning stuff like that is pissing the rest of them off, messing up their plans. That was as big as anything.